Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again. It's your girl, the African Barbie, the Melanin Princess, the Mabylia. If this is your first time stumbling upon my channel and coming across my gorgeous face, you're welcome. I do hope you decide to subscribe by hitting the subscribe button just right below this video right there, and then hit the notification bell right beside it. That way YouTube is going to let you guys know whenever I have a new video up. And if you are a returning subscriber, you guys know that you're the real MVP. You know that I love you. Welcome back. So you guys, first of all, my face is really swollen because I literally just woke up. I've been trying to shoot this video for a long time. Okay, by a long time I mean like a whole day, but NEPA just did not allow me. So today's video is going to be about Jackie Aina. Jackie. If you're a beauty enthusiast, a makeup artist, if you watch beauty YouTube and you're a black girl, no matter what part of the world you are, you've been watching YouTube for like the past 15, 10, 5 years, you definitely know who Jackie Aina is. Jackie Aina is like one of the biggest black beauty content creators on YouTube. She has such a large following. She has so many businesses. Like, she's done really good for herself. She's a boss babe. Like, I'm a fan of Jackie Aina. I used to watch her channel, not as much. So I didn't even notice when she left YouTube because apparently she doesn't post on YouTube as much anymore. She's more on Instagram now. Jackie Aina is the queen of luxury as far as I'm concerned. She's always pampering herself, always living that luxury lifestyle. She's a boss bee. I love that about her. If you don't really know her, she's actually half Nigerian. Her dad is Nigerian, hence the name Jackie Aina. That's actually the way we pronounce it over here in Nigeria. And then her mom is African American, so she has a huge following from black people everywhere, but I think she's more in tune with her African American side. I think she was born and bred there, yeah, but she definitely claims her Nigerian side as well. So that's a brief introduction on who Jackie Aina is, just in case you do not know who Jackie Aina is. So yeah, it was really hot this weekend on Twitter because Nigerian Twitter had a field day dragging Jackie Aina. Oh my gosh, like, see, you see Twitter is the most savage, I'm telling you, the most savage social media app that I've ever known. I'm even trying to get on Twitter because I'm always scared to tweet, especially if I want to tweet something that's a bit controversial, because I'm like, okay, I don't want them to come for me. That is how bad it is. They will have a field day dragging you. And you guys know that Nigerians can be brutal. When you fuck up, they will treat your fuck up. They will treat your fuck up on that app. Anyways, I stand Jackie Aina, but that doesn't mean that I cannot come and call her out if she does something that's not so cool, especially because a lot of people, the non-Nigerians that are her followers and her fans, do not know, they do not understand why she's being dragged. So I feel like it is our duty, it is my duty, my civic duty as a Nigerian to come here and tell you guys why it is such a big deal what she did. Okay, so now let's get into the gist. So Jackie Aina owns a candle brand, a candle manufacturing brand, you know, scented candles, and I didn't even know. So I think that's actually what they mean when they tell you any publicity is publicity, because now I know that she owns a candle brand. I didn't know that before this drama, right? So this candle brand is called Forvr Mood. Apparently it's a big deal because it's even available on Sephora. So she came out with a new collection of candles. There were 4 in this collection, and the name of the collection is Owambe. Owambe is a Yoruba word that means basically it's a party, but the literal meaning of Owambe means it's here. It's here, meaning like that's where it's at, that's where the party is. So we call Owambe a party, especially from the Yoruba side of Nigeria. You know, I live in Lagos, so I definitely know all about Owambes. They're always fun, they're always lit. Nigerians know how to party. So that is the name of our collection. So obviously, you will expect that the candles under that collection will have a name that goes with the theme, Owambe, right? The problematic thing was the name she gave one of the candles in this collection, called SORO SOKE. Now, for those who do not know, SORO SOKE is kind of like the term that was coined as a kind of a protest slang. It was like the protest term that was used when we were protesting 2 years ago, October 2020, about the whole EndSARS thing. If you're Nigerian, you definitely know the whole EndSARS protest, no matter where you are. Even though Nigerians know about it because it was everywhere. It got a lot of coverage. We had a lot of celebrities talking about it. We had a lot of media houses. It was a big deal. So if you do not know, let me just refresh your memory. The EndSARS movement was Nigerians coming out to protest police brutality by a unit of the Nigerian police called SARS, Special Anti-Robbery Squad. That's what they're called. But they basically used to brutalize Nigerian youth, especially those who don't have the conventional look. Maybe you have dread, you have a tattoo, you're driving a flashy car. They will stop you, they will search you, they will treat you really brutally. Some people were beaten, some actually even lost their lives. So Nigerian youth had to come out and say no, like, we want the government to do something, we want them to be disbanded. So we took to the streets and we protested for over about 2 weeks. And I'm saying we because I showed up on a couple of those days. You know, I'm a scaredy cat, you guys. I don't have liver, but I was that passionate about it. I went out and it was a peaceful protest. You know, we were on the streets. We picked like strategic spots all over the country, not just in Lagos, all over the country. We had celebrities spearheading it. We had, you know, people lending their voices, celebrities, people, activists. It was a big deal. To the extent that even Nigerians that were not based in Nigeria were also protesting wherever they are. That's how serious it was. We were using social media. We had our hashtags. It was like the first time I, as a Nigerian, in my entire period of existence, have seen Nigerians actually stand up for something and take to the streets and protest. And that is why we are kind of called the SORO SOKE generation. SORO SOKE literally means speak up in Yoruba. It wasn't a slang before the whole EndSARS thing happened. It was the EndSARS thing that made it become like a known slang, and that term became associated with the whole EndSARS movement. When a Nigerian hears SORO SOKE, all they think about is EndSARS and the whole episode that happened with it, because it actually did not end very well. Nigerians protested peacefully, but eventually a lot of people even lost their lives because of the process. Some people were tear gassed, some people were attacked by hoodlums, and the one that actually got really bad, that got a lot of coverage, was the massacre that happened. Like, Nigerians peacefully protesting on a Sunday were basically cornered, surrounded by people of the military, and a lot of people lost their lives. They opened fire on unarmed Nigerian youths. You could see some of them going on Instagram live, videoing the very horrific event. We could see people trying to stop bleeding from bullet wounds. Even till now, I know of someone, DJ Switch, who had to actually seek asylum in Canada. She's not in Nigeria. Like, that's how much of a threat she was under. Till today, some people don't even know where their loved ones are as a result. So it was definitely horrific. Like, it was terrible. Till today, justice has not been served for people who lost their lives. I know someone who was even there that day. Some people are still missing. A lot of people cannot speak up because of how traumatized they are. You know, it was terrible. Now, do you understand why SORO SOKE is a big deal? Because whenever we hear that, we think about the whole protest and the rally and the whole massacre. It's a very sore spot for us. Do you now understand why it was very tasteless and tone deaf for Jackie to use that as the name of her candle? Like, exactly what does Nigerians protesting police brutality and getting shot at have to do with luxury candles, and especially under a collection called Owambe, which is basically the party lifestyle of Nigerians? What exactly does that have to do with it? I personally was very, I don't know. I understand the outrage, and I think people are even more sensitive about this because during the time where the whole EndSARS thing was happening, we had a lot of even non-Nigerians speak up. We had a lot of celebrities that are not even Nigerians. We had Trey Songz, Estelle, PDD, even Cardi B. A lot of people use their platforms to talk about EndSARS, to post about it, to help bring awareness, because as it is with every movement, Black Lives Matter, every other thing, as it is that when it gets on the internet and a lot of people are talking about it, people who are in a position to actually make a change or to actually do better are pressurized to do better because it's already in the international scene and they have no choice but to make changes as to what people are protesting about. So it was a big deal when a lot of these celebrities lent their voices to the cause. And as expected, if non-Nigerian celebrities could be, you know, speaking up passionately about it, we expected even people of Nigerian descent to even be more passionate about it. I'm a scaredy cat, you guys. I'm a scaredy cat, but I made a video about it because I believe I have a platform. Even if my platform is not as big as a lot of other people, but I felt like it was the least that I could do. A lot of people also did that as well. I know of some Nigerian American YouTubers that use their platform as well. In the person of Eloho, that's an example. I love Eloho, by the way. You know, so I would understand why people wanted Jackie Aina to talk about it, because people know for sure that she's Nigerian. She has a huge platform, and Jackie Aina is that kind of person that speaks up about what she's passionate about. She always talks about, uses her platform to talk about maybe cultural insensitivity, probably maybe like if a brand drops maybe like a line of foundation or whatever, and then they do not include, you know, shades that suits the darker skin tone people, black people. So I feel like people placed her on that pedestal because we know she speaks up for stuff, especially when it relates to black people. I think she might have used her platform to also speak about some other social issues, maybe Black Lives Matter or Juneteenth and stuff like that. I'm not very sure. Please clarify in the comments. But I know she had that reputation about being someone that speaks up. Do you understand? So I think I can understand why people expected her to speak up. So when the whole EndSARS thing was happening, she didn't say anything. She didn't post about it as every other person was doing. And then people were tagging her, applying pressure, asking her to talk about it. And then she was blocking people. People who were doing this were being blocked by Jackie Aina. Like, I think she has a reputation for blocking. That's what I gathered from this whole drama, from what I read and stuff. So she was blocking a lot of people, and people dragged her. And eventually she posted about it, but that was like when the whole thing had died down. Nobody really cared anymore. I think the fact that she seemed like she was reluctant to really lend her voice to the cause really rubbed Nigerians the wrong way. And need I mention, Jackie Aina was not the only person that was dragged for not speaking up about the EndSARS thing. There was also Ronke Raji. Ronke Raji is a full Nigerian, and I think I used to watch her a lot. I love her makeup and her inspiratorial. What did she used to call them? She used to do the whole inspirational stuff. She's big on mental health, makeup, and all of that. I used to watch her a lot. I don't really watch her that much. And now that I think about it, I think I stopped watching her after the whole dragging, and I kind of really was disappointed. I need to mention that it wasn't only Jackie Aina that was on the receiving end of the whole dragging about EndSARS, so that people will understand that it's not because she's not a full Nigerian. Because I went through the comments, I watched a video by Nappy Headed Hohoba, that's her name right there. I'm even going to be reading some of the comments and some of the tweets about this whole thing, just so that you guys can understand why I'm making this video and why Nigerians are outraged, understand the way we see it, so that it's not just me speaking on behalf of everybody. You can also see what some other people think, their opinions, and you know, the way they stated, the way they feel about the whole thing. So people were now beginning to insinuate that Nigerians were dragging Jackie Aina for this blunder with the SORO SOKE candles because they feel like she's half Nigerian, she's not Nigerian enough, they envy her, they've been plotting her downfall, they don't support her. And I'm like, what? Like, how? This has nothing to do with we policing her Nigerianness or saying she's not Nigerian enough. Anybody who knows real Nigerians knows we are very welcoming. We don't gatekeep our culture or all of that. If you have even the slightest bit of a Nigerian heritage, even if it's your grandmother that was Nigerian, we will claim you. As long as you claim us, if you rep your Niger side, we are there for you. Even if you're not Nigerian, but you love Nigeria. Just like when Cardi B came and she said we should give her a Nigerian name, and she went to the orphanage and visited people. I love Cardi B. You know, that was actually when I started really, really loving Cardi B. You know, we claim Cardi B. Even Kerry Washington, the actress that is married to a Nigerian man, we are all up in her Instagram writing our wife. Even when Steph London was dating the Burna Boy, we were all up in her business, calling her our wife, supporting her. Jidena has a mom who is Caucasian. He is Nigerian. He reps his Nigerian side, and we love him. We support him. That is how Nigerians are. Nobody's going to come and tell you you're not Nigerian enough, so you don't have the right to. No, we don't do that. It's not our thing. So this had nothing to do with the fact that she's not Nigerian enough. It just had to do with the fact that you refused to speak up for that cause. You obviously were not passionate about it. Maybe you felt like it didn't concern you, or you didn't want to use your platform to speak about it. But now it's time to make money and you want to profit off of that name. Probably she was thinking, oh, I need a slang, a cool word that people can relate to, that sounds very Nigerian. You know, you want to make money using the Nigerian aesthetics and all of that. It's all good because you're Nigerian. You can do that. But Why are you doing it now? Why do you want to be Nigerian when it's convenient? Why do you want to be Nigerian when it's time to make money? It's like profiting off the trauma of a certain group of people, and we have not healed. So it is still too raw. That is why Nigerians are outraged. And then yes, so she was dragged. Yes, she received a lot of hate, a lot of backlash. Nigerians can be a little bit too much. Like, come on guys, I think they even dragged her husband into it. You guys, that was not necessary.
Calm down. We're coming down. Calm down.
She eventually now dropped like a Twitter post, a write-up, an apology letter. I don't know if that's a letter or an article or whatever. And then Nigerians are not having it. And at this point, it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, do you guys want her to apologize? In my opinion, I went through the apology. Let me read it out. So the apology says, "Hello everyone, as the brand owner of Forvr Mood, I understand our decision has severely hurt members of my Nigerian community with the naming of the candle, SORO SOKE. We missed the mark on this and it will never happen again. Empowerment and respect is the ethos of forever, sorry. The spelling of that thing confuses me. And that was unfortunately not properly conveyed in the naming of the candle. We accept full responsibility and I recognize the gravity of this error to that effect. This candle will be pulled from the market and production immediately. I apologize for the hurt this has caused and I thank you for holding us accountable, Jackie Aina and Forvr Mood team." A lot of Nigerians are not satisfied with this apology and I can see why, because in my opinion, I personally, I don't think I saw anyone say this, but I would have preferred if she made a video, because Jackie Aina is a content creator. We know her for making videos to speak up about issues. So something this sensitive, I felt like she should have made a video. But more importantly, why I'm not really satisfied with this apology is because she should have used the opportunity to really state, like, apart from owning up to what she did, which is wrong, I think she should have used the opportunity to educate the bulk of her fans who are non-Nigerians, who don't know what the outrage is all about. Because at the end of the day, a lot of them are in the comments, they're on Twitter, they're everywhere gaslighting Nigerians, telling us that we're doing too much, maybe because they feel she's half African American, so they want to defend her because they feel we are attacking her because we feel she's not Nigerian enough, and that's really not it. That's really not it. As far as I know, Jackie Aina receives a lot of love from Nigerians, at least maybe prior to the whole EndSARS thing. Nigerians love Jackie Aina. We love our people in diaspora, our brothers and sisters that are doing well. We don't have that envy, we don't have that competition. We want the Nigerian name to fly high and everything, but we would expect that if you're proud enough to rock your Nigerian side, when it comes to the parts where it's not that favorable, maybe using your voice to lend to a cause that affects Nigerians that you claim to be, that you seem so proud to be, you know, you should be able to also ride for your people. Jackie Aina definitely rides for the African American community, so we kind of expected that from her. So I think that was actually what made Nigerians side eye her a bit. So when she did this whole SORO SOKE thing, it was like, okay, that was the tipping point. I definitely understand what happened. So in my opinion, that apology should have included her making an explanation to her non-Nigerian fans, educating them. She should have even used that platform to even talk about the whole EndSARS thing and what the term SORO SOKE means and all of that, to really show that she understood the gravity of what she did and what the outrage was about. Then, do I support cancelling Jackie Aina? No, I don't think she should be cancelled. I think this is something that obviously she made a mistake. Like, you have a whole team. What was your team doing? Normally, they're supposed to have researched, checked the names and all of that so that you don't make a mistake like this. You have Nigerian relatives, you know, like, what happened? Definitely she's going to be losing a lot of money because she's going to have to pull out that candle from the market. Yo, man, it is what it is. Like, yeah. So I'm going to be taking some tweets and some comments here that I felt I should read out so you guys can really know what people are saying about this whole situation. Jackie Aina's word choice is the equivalent of an African American beauty influencer naming a candle "I Can't Breathe" as part of a collection they named The Cookout. I hope that makes sense. I know I can't breathe is like the catchphrase or the term that, you know, came from the whole George Floyd police brutality, murder and all of that. So, or maybe say her name as per this Sandra Bland. This is, I know a little bit about, you know, this Black Lives Matter movement. So imagine someone taking that term and slapping it on a candle named the cookout. Then another one says, you all should stop gaslighting Nigerians. Their feelings are valid, and just because she's from Nigeria does not excuse her behavior. We might like you, but we will drag you if you mess up. And that's true. I already said that. Then another person said, during EndSARS, when people were dying, that Jackie Aina refused to be a part of it. SORO SOKE was built on blood and tears, pains, and irredeemable hurts. Jackie Aina woke up to use it for profit making. Her silence was loud, and her profit-minded attitude is louder. Thanks. Do you guys see? So someone else is saying, Jackie, I think you better come back to the American side. You rep Nigeria so hard and they are clowning you for being half Nigerian. They literally don't see you as one of them. This is exactly what I was talking about. It's not about Jackie being half Nigerian. Jackie reps her Nigerian side. Have you seen Jackie wear Ankara? Have you seen her talk about jollof rice? Jackie definitely reps Nigerian. And then, so we don't expect it to just be Nigerian when it's convenient. We expect it to be Nigerian even during the hard times. When we're passing through stuff, we expect you to rep your Nigerian side and express that solidarity. So you can't be selectively Nigerian. So I think that's the issue a lot of Nigerians are expressing with her, not the fact that she's half Nigerian. Nobody bloody cares if you're half Nigerian. If you're Nigerian, you are Nigerian. We don't keep Nigerianness. I don't even know if I mentioned that when she put out the candle and people were calling her out at first, Jackie Aina was blocking people. The same way she was blocking people when they were tagging her to talk about the EndSARS protest. So she also blocked people when she was being called out for using the name SORO SOKE at first. But when the dragging got too much, that was when she came to tender an apology. In my opinion, you blocking someone is a sign of you not being apologetic. So I think that was another thing that made the dragging even get worse for her. So someone here says, I'm not Nigerian, just a Jackie Aina fan. May I invite my fellow non-Nigerians to refrain from chastising those who spoke up about the issue? We couldn't possibly understand the situation, and shouting them down because we like Jackie is not the move. Exactly. When you don't know something, when you're not very conversant with what's going on, just keep mute. You don't have to say anything. We understand that you love her, but I feel like it's toxic. It's toxic fandom when you can't point out the wrongdoings of your fave just because they are your fave. Not everything they do is right. They are human. They are going to make mistakes. So we're not just supposed to sit and applaud everything that they do. Okay, this is a comment on Nappy-Headed Jojoba's video about this situation left by a non-Nigerian. The person says, thank you for explaining what O and Ben means, because I tried looking it up and I couldn't find it. I really feel Jackie's apology letter should have explained what everything meant and why it was problematic for those of us in the international audience who did not know these words or the full context of the situation. She missed an opportunity to bring more awareness. This is exactly what I was talking about. Like, she should have actually explained better so that people could really understand what she did wrong, and so that we could also understand that she understood the gravity and where we were coming from. I think I just have to stop here because this video is going to get too long. What do you guys think in the comment section? Please don't spread any further hate. I do not believe in dragging and cancelling. She made a mistake. She's human, and obviously she has learned from it. Hopefully she does better going forward. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.